Hello everyone, I'm Ishika Agrawal and today we are going to study about entities and attributes in DBMS. So here is a short introduction of me. I'm a CSIT student studying at Agrawal Institute of Technology and Research. So these are the topics that we will be covering in this presentation. So as we know, entities and attributes play a very crucial role in organizing and storing data. So in this presentation, we are going to study about both of these topics in a very brief and with a clear outcome. Talking about entity, entity represents a real world object such as person, place or thing that can be uniquely identified. Entities are used to store and manage data. Each entity has attributes that describes its properties and characteristics. So mainly entity is represented by a rectangle. So here as we can see this employee. Employee is an entity. So talking about the types of entity, there are two types of entity. The first one is strong entity. So strong entity is an entity which has a key attribute. We will study about key attribute further in this presentation. For now, consider this employee as an entity and this employee ID which is preferred as a key attribute. So as we are having a key attribute, this employee will be considered as a strong entity. Weak entity does not have a key attribute. It depends on some other strong entity to be identified uniquely. And weak entity is represented by double rectangle. As here we can see that installment is an entity, then it can exist only if loan exists as an entity. Now let us talk about attributes in DBMS. Attributes are properties or characteristics of an entity. They are used to describe the entity. Attributes are used to distinguish one entity from the other entity. So mainly there are six types of attributes and we are going to study each of them one by one. The first one is a simple attribute. Simple attribute are those attributes which cannot be divided further. Firstly, let me clear you this age, class and roll number are the attributes and student is an entity. Okay. So as we can see that roll number, class and age they cannot be further divided. So they are called simple attributes. Composite attributes are just vice versa of simple attributes. They can be derived into many other attributes. Okay, so here we can see that name and address are composite attributes. Single valued attributes. They are those attributes which can take only one value for a given entity. So here we can see that all the attributes, roll number, age, DOB, gender, all are single valued attributes as they can take only one specific value for each entity. Multi-valued attributes are those attributes which can take more than one value for a given entity from an entity set. We know that a single student, two or more students can have same mobile number, okay, or a student can have multiple mobile numbers. A student can have multiple email ID, okay. Then derived attributes are those attributes which can be derived from other attributes. So we can see student is an entity and here age is a derived attribute. Okay, it is represented like this. Age is a derived attribute as it can be derived from the attribute DOB, date of birth. Key attributes are those attributes which can identify an entity uniquely in an entity set. So here we can see roll number is a key attribute because every student has got some unique roll number. No two students can have same roll number. On the other hand, talking about gender or age, we can say that gender and age they cannot be considered as a key attribute. Okay, because age can be same of some students and gender can also be same. Okay, so this was all about entity and attributes. I thank you all for your attention and participation.